Hello everyone, as you know I am Rudra Pratap Singh Chauhan and I am back with another video. And in this video I would like to explain some of the questions related to Capgemini pseudocode examination for 2020 pass outs. So I have already made Capgemini pseudocode part 1. So you must watch that video. Link is in description. So let's back to our question. And in this question we have two integers a and b, and on the right hand side of the screen I have memory representation of both the variables, and on the basis of second statement I have value of a as 15 and value of b as 7, and on the basis of third statement we have a equal to a mod a minus 3. Now we have value of a as 15, 15 modulo 15 minus 3. First of all we need to solve brackets. So 15 minus 3 is 12. 15 modulo 12 and modulo operator will give us remainder, and the remainder is 3. So this 3 is assigned to the variable a. I will assign it on our memory representation. Okay, done. And on the next statement we have b equal to b mod b minus 3. So first of all we need to solve brackets, and the value of b is 7. So 7 modulo 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 gives us 4. And next step we have 7 modulo 4, it will give 3. And now this 3 is assigned to the variable b. Okay, and on the next statement we have a equal to a modulo 1. So value of a is now 3 modulo 1 and it will give remainder. So there is nothing in remainder or 0. Then this 0 is assigned to the variable a. And on the next statement, which is b equal to b mod 1, 3 modulo 1, it will give 0. So basically this whole question depend on modulo operator. And on the last statement we have to print the sum of both the variables. We have 0 in both the variables, so 0 plus 0 equal to 0. We got our answer as 0. Okay, let's move to the next question. In this question, we have three variables I, j and k. Initial value of j is 1, initial value of k is 1, and here I is not initialized yet. So we have for loop each I from 1 to 5, which means initial value of I is 1, and it will iterate till this condition I is less than equal to 5 will be true. Okay, so we have now initial value of I is 1, and after that we have print k as first statement in the for loop. So it will print 1, and after that we have j equal to j plus 1. Value of j is now 1, so 1 plus 1 is true. And after that this 2 is assigned to the variable j. And after that we have k equal to k plus 1. So k plus 1, 1 plus 2, which is 3, and this 3 is assigned to the variable k. And after that it will iterate again. Value of I is now 2. Print k, value of k is printed. And after that we have j equal to j plus 1. Value of j is now 2. 2 plus 1, which is 3. And this 3 is assigned to the variable j. After that we have statement k equal to k plus j, k equal to 3 plus 3, which is 6, and this 6 is assigned to the variable k. And after that value of I is again incremented. So now we have I equal to 3, print k, it will print value of k, which is 6. And after that we have j equal to j plus 1. Value of j is now 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 is again assigned to the variable j. After that we have k equal to k plus j. Value of k is 6. 6 plus 4, 10. And this 10 is again assigned to the variable k. And value of I is again incremented. it will check condition 4 is less than equal to 5. It will print k. Value of k is now we have 10. And after that we have j equal to j plus 1. Value of j is now 4. 4 plus 1 5. 5 is again assigned to the variable j. And after that we have a statement k equal to k plus j. Value of k is now 10. 10 plus 5 15. This 15 is assigned to the variable k. And after that value of I is again incremented. Now value of I becomes 5. It will check condition 5 is less than equal to 5. This condition becomes true. It will again print value of k, which is 15. And after the operation j equal to j plus 1 and k equal to k plus 1, value of I is incremented and it will check condition. The condition becomes false and our for loop ended and we got our answer 1, 3, 6, 10 and 15. Okay, let's move to the next question. In this question we have three variables a, b and c, and on the basis of second statement, which is set b equal to 5, a equal to 2, c equal to 2, we got initial value of the variables, which is a as 2, b as 5 and c as 2. After that we have if condition in which we have b is greater than a and a is greater than c and c is greater than b. Here and means logical AND operator. And value of a is 2, value of b is 5 and value of c is 2. After that we have 5 is greater than 2, which is our first condition, which is true. And after that we will check next condition. 2 is greater than 2, it is false. And we know the rules of AND operator. If any of the condition becomes false, then it will return false without checking rest of the conditions. So we have to move to the else part, and in else part we have a equal to b plus 1. Value of b is now 5. 5 plus 1 6. And after that this 6 is assigned to the variable a. And it will print the sum of all the variables. We have now value of a is 6, value of b is 5 and value of c is 2. 6 plus 5 plus 2 13. We got our answer as 13, option number B. So let's move to the next question. In this question we have three variables I, j and k. From second statement we got initial value of k, which is 8, and now 8 is assigned to the variable k. And we can see that we have two for loop in this pseudocode. First for loop says that each I from 1 to 1, which means initial value of I is 1 and it will iterate till this condition I is less than equal to 1 will be true. So we have initial value of I is now 1, and after that we have inner for loop which says each j from the value of I to 1, which means initial value of j depends on I. And after that it will check j is less than equal to 1, j plus plus. And after that we have print statement which says print k plus 1. Value of k is 8, 8 plus 1 9, and this code will print 9 as output. And after that value of j is incremented. Now value of j becomes true. It will check condition 2 is less than equal to 1, which is false. So it will check outer loop, and value of I is also incremented. 2 is less than equal to 1, which is also false. So it will exit both the loops and we got our output as 9. This is our answer. So let's move to the last question. So this is the last question of this video. For more question you can join my Telegram channel, link is in description. In this question we have only one variable which is I, and initial value of I is 3, and we can see that there is do while loop in our pseudocode, and we know that do while loop will execute once whether the condition is true or false. It will check after first iteration, so it will print I plus 3, so value of I is 3, 3 plus 3 6, and 6 is printed on our console screen. And after that we have I equal to I minus 1, I is decremented by 1, so 3 minus 1 is 2, and this 2 is stored in variable I. And after that it will check condition of the while loop, which is I is not equal to 0. So value of I is 2. 2 is not equal to 0, which is true. Then this loop will iterate again. It will print I plus 3. Value of I is now 2. 2 plus 3 5. It will print 5. And after that it will decremented by 1, so value of I equal to 2 minus 1, which is 1, and now 1 is assigned to the variable I. And after that it will check condition of while loop, which is I is not equal to 0, 1 is not equal to 0, which is true. And after that it will iterate again. And after that we have print statement which says I plus 3. Value of I is 1. 1 plus 3 4. 4 will be printed. After that it will decrement I by 1. So now we have value of I is 0. And after that we will check condition. Condition is I is not equal to 0, so 0 is not equal to 0, which is false. It will exit the loop. And we got our answer as 654, which is option number D. Hope you understood all the questions, and please like my video and subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates. Thank you.